Kaisar sir.
Thank you, Dr. Masuma. Always a privilege to come and speak at this forum with the august audience. If I was to, or anyone was to speak in January 1972, she or he would say, the Pakistan that I knew no longer exists. With a very heavy heart, I have to say that the Pakistan that I knew does no longer exist. Two windows have closed, perhaps permanently. One is the economy window and the other is the security window. The economy has now been reduced to a very simple task. I think reference has been made by Shabbar as to how much of a debt we have, which we can never repay. Which means any finance minister of Pakistan or any government of Pakistan has only one very simple task: how to get more loans to repay past loans. That is the only function of the economy that is left. There will, of course, be a lot of statements about revenue generation and development and industrialization and education and health and etc., etc. There is no money for anything, and nothing will happen. These are all fairy tales. We've just seen a budget. It's just a bunch of numbers. The revenue that it claims to collect will never be collected. And the items on which expenditure has been allocated will never be spent because we don't have the money. The only thing that we need to do now, in terms of managing the economy, is how to get more loans to repay past loans. And as a corollary, since we will not get all the loans to repay all our past loans, we'll have to sell our assets. Everything is on sale. Everything. We already have a banking sector that is 80% foreign owned. We have a telecom sector which is 100% foreign owned. But more is to come. We've just privatized or announced the privatization of a port terminal in Karachi. A Saudi team has visited all our airports, and 3 major airports are about to be handed over to foreign interests. There are all kinds of terminologies being used that we are not selling them, we are just outsourcing them. But basically it's handing over control of these assets. More and more will follow. Soon we will be employees of Chinese, Saudi, Emirati and other employers. Pakistan will be owned by them. Long ago, we have lost our economic sovereignty. It hasn't happened today. From 1993 onwards, for 16 years, 3 state bank governors came from outside of Pakistan. They were employees of international organizations. They had not served in Pakistan for more than 10 years. But now that we are burying our economic sovereignty in a more formal way. So the economy window has closed. There will be a subsector of the economy which will aligned with the foreign interests that will do well. Their employees will have high wages. We've already divided Pakistan into areas where the rich live and the poor live. That division will be reinforced. So that is the economy window which has closed, and I believe it has closed permanently. I don't think we will regain our economic sovereignty in at least for the next 30 years. What happens after the next 30 years is difficult to say, but this is not going to happen. The security window has also closed. The international geostrategic architecture has changed. I don't know if Rawalpindi has realized it or not, but it has changed. For 75 years, at least 60 years out of the last 75 years of Pakistan's existence, we cashed in on the Cold War between the United States and Soviet Union. Pakistan was needed. Pakistan provided its services. Pakistan did all the dirty work for the Americans. And of course, we were paid for it. We were not averse to doing anything dirty as long as we were paid for it. When we found that dollars are coming in a green envelope, we became Islamist. And when we realized that dollars will now come in blue envelopes, we became liberal. So, as long as dollars kept coming, we were willing to sell our services. But the United States does not need our services anymore. The confrontation is not with the Soviet Union or with Russia even, in spite of the war in Ukraine. The confrontation is with China. That is the geostrategic architectural shift that has taken place. And if the confrontation is with China, the Americans need India and not Pakistan. In fact, Pakistan is an irritant in the process. That irritant has to be tamed. We will be defanged, no doubt about it. And if we are defanged, then of course there is no security role to play, no wars to fight. Because we won't be permitted to fight any war. If not, then what will happen? The economic footprint of the military will increase, because if they're not fighting, what will they do? They're already into services and industry. We know now that they're moving into agriculture. They wanted 100,000 acres of land in Punjab. They're already laundries and meat shops and whatnot. That will increase. So we achieved independence from British colonialism, and we are now entering the stage of cantonment colonialism. So two windows have closed, economy and security. This is not the same Pakistan that I knew 5 years ago or 3 years ago. Dr. Masuma appreciated the fact of what next. I don't think there is a next. Thank you.